support in New York. New York's #1 in all the wrong ways. We've got the highest property taxes in the United States. What do you all think?
No way!
Highest property taxes. Ridiculous. On top of that, we've got the highest number of foreclosures, the highest unemployment, the highest number of business closures. And on top of that, New Yorkers have decided to vote with their feet. 1 million of them leaving every single year in this state because it's so broken down and overtaxed and overregulated. We've got to turn that around. That's why we're having this revolt fight today. Let's take a quick look at history. Back in 1764, the Obama at that time was named King George III. In that 1 year, King George passed the Sugar Act, increased the cost on sugar, textiles, and coffee, increased taxes on those to run his government. On top of that, he reorganized the court system in the colony so that he could have more control of her power. And then on top of that, he passed the Currency Act, which threatened to destabilize the entire colonial economy. Does that sound familiar today of what we're dealing with? What do you all think? Does that sound like Washington? Does that sound like Albany? It sounds like it. In that same year, colonists like you and I took up their muskets and their pitchforks and started a revolt. Does that sound like us? Does that sound like us? In 1765, the Stamp Act was passed that required colonists to pay a fixed tax not to their local municipalities, but directly to England. Does that sound familiar? It sounds just like Obamacare to me.
What ones you got on your
We've got tough times. In those days,
ones you got on that nighttime?
It's a 200, I believe.
We couldn't afford the fare. We're made to become indentured servants.
Enough for this, I think.
7 years they work for free.
Nothing too far away.
What they own. Today, the same thing is happening. Obama wants us to work for the government for free, and he wants to turn our country into a socialist state. What do you all think about that? No way! Obama is forcing us to buy his health care program whether you like it or not. What do you think about that? Obama is spending more on welfare programs than he's spending on the United States military. What do you think about that? Obama makes Bill Clinton look like a conservative. What do you all think? On top of that, he's pushed so much welfare. The reason why is that he likes to make poor Americans and illegal aliens punch drunk and dependent on him so that he can get their votes in the next election. What do you all think about that? Get them out. Sue, where are you? What are we going to do about it? Get them out. Vote 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 them out. Okay, on top of that, Obama came out with this big job stimulus program. What do you all think? When he came into the office the first day, he took out his credit card and spent $1 trillion the first day in office. What do you think about that? Get them out! $1 trillion. And then on spending that $1 trillion, he said that's going to drive the economy, bring a lot of jobs back. We're sitting up here at 10% unemployment. Where are the jobs, Obama? Where are the jobs? Say it again. Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs?
At the federal level, at the state level, at the county level, at the town level, at the school level, at the government level.
Jamaica, Queens is 30% unemployment.
Let me shake your hand,
This is not a black issue.
And everybody else sucks wind.
Shake your hand.
And everybody else sucks
For the
wind.
American people, and Obama needs to go, and Pelosi and Reid need to go. And they need to stop pulling up. They need to stop Obama and Reid and all these people in Washington. We need for Obama and Reid and Pelosi and Barney Frank and Charlie Rangel to stop calling us a bunch of right-wingers who are prejudiced and that we don't care about anybody. We want to hold them accountable, and that's America. That's the American thing to do. What do you all think about that? That's the American thing to do. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Stand up. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Greg Ball and I, we want to empower you to believe in yourselves and to believe in this wonderful country. Today, Americans all over the country are taking up their muskets and their forks and fighting to take back our country. As President Reagan once said, we the people own the government. We the people tell the government how we want them to spend our money and not the other way. One time Gorbachev came over here and he rode on Air Force One with President Reagan. When they took off from Washington, D.C., they looked out the window, and President Reagan said to Gorbachev, he said, look down on the ground there, Mr. Secretary. Those houses aren't owned by the government. They're owned by Americans. Get them out! 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 America is beautiful, America is loved, and America is ours, and it's time to take it back. God bless you, and God bless America. Take it back. We're going to have one shout out, then we'll bring up our next guest speaker. We've got Elaine Sweeney here, North Salem, New York. She wants to have a shout out. What are you mad about, Elaine?
My shout out is for my children and my grandchildren, the debt that they're going to incur. And I bet that the 90% of you that are here that are really angry are here for your children and your grandchildren.
Thank you very much. Now, we're going to have Neil DiCarlo to come up. He's a candidate for Congress of the 19th District. Now, as you all know, Greg Ball put this together, and he hammered on all these candidates. He's not going to have being hypocrites and running like scalded dogs. So they've got to sign up. Where's the sign? Greg, where's the signboard? Dan, come on up. Show me the signboard right here. All these candidates, they're not going to come up here and run up to Albany and Washington and forget what they've talked about here. Greg Ball's going to hold them accountable and make them sign on the dotted line. What do you all think about that? How's everybody doing? Are we good? Are you ready to take your country back? We live in the greatest nation that this world has ever known. We have absolutely nothing to be apologetic for. There has never been a more important election in New York State or in American history. The silent majority is awake. You are in. This is our time, and we are going to take this country back. And we had an awful lot of politicians that said, you know, I want to come and speak. We had elected officials and politicians that I want to come talk to that crowd. And I want you all to know something very, very clearly. The politicians, for the first time in a long time, are listening.
They're scared.
But that's a dangerous, dangerous thing. And I want you to listen to me closely. Because there are a lot of politicians that for 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, they've been raising your taxes. They've been voting for unfunded mandates. They've been going to Albany and playing golf and making friends with Sheldon Silver and Joe Bruno. A crook by any other name. Joe Bruno was a Republican. He was a crook. Sheldon Silver was a Republican. He's a crook. And they work day in and day out to do one thing, to take care of their interests. And we had politicians in Washington, D.C. and in Albany that used their public positions for their private benefit. But this year, a few months before the election, they're saying, well, I support lower taxes. I watched the 30-year state senator for every increase budget and every tax increase that came down the pike stand in front of a room full of 100 people and say, I believe in smaller government. Well, if he believed in smaller government, he sure did a hell of a time putting his name on every county building, every town hall, and every street corner throughout the Hudson Valley.
Throw them out!
So this year, we've got to make sure that you do a litmus test. Don't trust any politician, including me.